Opinion Nancy Pelosi just torched Elizabeth Warren. Even Trump approves her statement. This goes to prove that even an old decrepit broken down clock is right at least twice a day. Sharice Davids, who is a former MMA fighter, was able to pull out a win for the Democratic nomination in Kansas' 3rd Congressional District on Tuesday's primary. This sets up a November matchup against GOP candidate Kevin Yoder in a swing district. But what makes all this even better is what the Democrat Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi from California had to say about it. Pelosi, in a statement, said that Davids has a chance to become the first ever Native American woman to serve in Congress.So does this mean Nancy Pelosi agrees with President Donald Trump as to the validity of Senator Elizabeth Warren's claims about her being a Native American in order to get a job at Harvard? It sure seems like it. Here is more via Breitbart. House Minority Leader Representative Nancy Pelosi, DCA, on Tuesday predicted Deborah Haaland, a Democrat activist running in New Mexico's 1st Congressional District, will be the first Native American woman ever to serve in Congress. Pelosi, who is in New Mexico to build support for the reauthorized of the Violence Against Women Act, spoke before a gathering of Democrat activists and Haaland supporters at the congressional candidate's campaign office in Nob Hill. Much of Tuesday's campaign stop was dedicated to supporting congressional efforts to extend the federal Violence Against Women Act, which provides grants to groups that work to combat domestic violence. Several speakers noted that Native American women face higher rates of violence than other women, the Albuquerque Journal reports. When Deb Haaland comes to Congress, think of it, she'll come there as the first Native American woman ever in the history of our country, Pelosi told attendees. She will be the first, and there's a reason she is the first, because she is so great. Pelosi's statement may be perceived as a veiled insult to Senator Elizabeth Warren, DMA, who has been accused of fabricating her Native American heritage. As Breitbart News' Michael Patrick Leahy wrote in 2012, the 2020 hopefuls claimed her Native American lineage is flimsy at best. The slender thread upon which Elizabeth Warren's claim that she is 1/32 Cherokee rests, a purported 1894 marriage license application, has been exposed as non-existent. Based on a review of the original marriage records found in the files of the Logan County, Oklahoma court clerk's office in Guthrie, Oklahoma, and the statements of Regina Smeck, the court clerk of Logan County, Oklahoma, it is likely that the ephemeral 1894 marriage license application never existed. Haaland raised eyebrows when she told Netroots Nation last Friday that if elected, she would be the first Native American elected to Congress. She made the remark shortly before Warren took the stage at the left-wing conference. Hello Netroots Nation. My name is Deb Haaland. I'm the Democratic nominee for New Mexico's 1st Congressional District. If elected, I'll be the first Native American woman in Congress, Haaland told the crowd. I'm a citizen of the Pueblo of Laguna and a 35th-generation New Mexican. I recognize we are on indigenous land, and I approach you with respect for the tribes whose homeland we stand on now, including the Chitimaca and Homa tribes, she added. Former President Barack Obama last week endorsed Haaland, who is also an outspoken critic of President Donald Trump's zero-tolerance immigration policy. She has accused the Trump administration of waging efforts to dehumanize and hurt immigrants and called for U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, to be dismantled. I have called for abolishing ICE because it is not living up to its mission, the candidate told the Fox News. The violence and terror ICE promotes must stop, and we need to hold this out-of-control agency accountable. As you may recall, the president launched a sustained attack last month on the embattled Massachusetts senator who is actually believed to be a leading potential 2020 rival by the left against Trump. Trump revived his Pocahontas nickname for the Massachusetts Democrat and even went as far as to ask his audience to imagine him on a debate stage challenging Warren to submit to a DNA test in order to prove that she has those Native American ancestors she claims to have on her Harvard teaching job application. Trump even went as far as to commit to giving $1 million of his own money to Warren's favorite charity if she were to take the DNA test, and it comes back saying she didn't lie in that application and she is in fact an Indian. Of course, Warren refuses to take that test. Funny how the left keeps telling us we white people have a so-called privilege, but someone like Warren had to allegedly